Hello everyone, welcome once again to this fitness and health tracking EDA part 2. We are using different type of DAX expressions codes to create this dashboard. You can see we have a fresh new measures table with formulas like percentage users with low sleep and high burn, where we will use calculate function, divide function, then activities with highest average duration, where summarize function will be used, top n function will be used, max x function will be used. You will also learn how to create health score by using normalization, why we have selected these numbers, what is the logic behind it. In our original data set, in our first part, country column was not there. I will teach you how to use Power Query Editor. So you can go to transform data. In Power Query Editor, you can add a column and add a conditional column, which we have added here as country by using let in. All the formula and codes are given here. You can see whatever we are doing, I will try to provide everything here, which will be mentioned in the comment section. So everything that you see here will be taught to you how to create. This was EDA part 1 where we were exploring data. Here also we are exploring data but with more advanced questions that are given here. So let's get started with this part and learn everything. So this is the dashboard that we created yesterday with fitness and health tracking exploratory data analysis like in our previous video. Today we are going to create part 2. So this will be fitness and health tracking EDA part 2. And in second part, we will solve more questions that are given here as per the purpose of the data set is understood. So if you haven't watched the first part, I will suggest you to watch that. I will provide link in description. Now in part 2, we will have different type of visualizations. So we can get rid of these charts, and whatever charts will be needed we will just bring them. So obviously I have created, this was EDA dashboard, this is part 2 EDA. So in part 2 we will solve more questions. Questions are listed here like fitness and health, for fitness and health tracking dataset. First question is, which activity type leads to the highest average workout duration? So in the data set we have user ID, daily steps, I'm just mentioning it again, calories burned, workout duration, hours of sleep, activity type, diet preference, gender and age group. So these samples or this data is of 350 members, and for every member we have this information. Now out of this question is the simple question, which activity type leads to highest average workout duration? So if you remember, we created maximum workout duration measure. We can copy this, and first of all we can create a new measure. Sorry, I created a column. So I will create a new measure here. This will be average workout duration, and for this we have to use a function called average. Now average workout duration is created, and here first thing, to answer questions like this we can bring activity type because it is asking activity type, and then we can bring average workout duration. So you can see average workout duration by activity type is highest in case of gym. So one way to answer this question is by means of this visualization. We can also, for highest we can also say funnel chart. In a funnel chart you can see gym has the highest average workout duration, which clearly shows. Now when a question asks you this question like which activity type, so one way to answer is via a graph. Another way is to specifically tell which activity, for example, in our case, gymming or gym. So how can we find that? So I will teach you two ways of writing DAX code. First is, if we have to show which activity has the highest average workout duration, or what is the highest average workout duration in this. So this is 65.51, which you can see from here. And if it is asking activity name, so this is gym, that you can check. So how can we give these two measures? So first let's learn how to find this. So this can be done with the help of max x function. Max x function returns the largest numerical value. So that's the answer. Like, it returns the largest numerical value or largest string that results from evaluating an expression for each row of a table. Now, so it is clear that max x function will work on a table. Now, from our previous videos, you know that summarize function can be used to create a table. Summarize function returns a table. So we are applying max x on this summarize table. In summarize table, it asks for first argument as your table name, which is fitness. Then what column do you want to group by? So we are grouping by activity type, because here we have to find out maximum average workout duration for an activity type, and we are returning it as average duration. So we are summarizing and giving it as average duration. And to give this is the column name. Third argument is the column name of the column. And then what is the expression? We are simply applying average fitness workout duration that we have applied here. And then we are returning average duration. So in maxx, you select table and your expression. That expression is average duration. So in this table will be something like this. Let me give you a table. This table will be something like this. Okay, a table like this. And in this table, you are finding out maximum average workout duration with the help of maxx function. So that's what we are getting here. And let's use this as a table. So we will use column headers as text color, and actually I want to use same text color here. So let me copy this text color from our previous chart. You can skip 2 or 1 minute ahead. So here we have the column where we have the color. So this is the color code. I'm going to use this color code for our headers in this table. So in column headers, background color I have to select, which is given here, and I will select this. And then we can select a light text color, or further light, make it bold, so it will appear like this. So now you can see this data. So, and in one side we will simply place this highest average workout duration and activity that leads to highest average. What we can do is we can apply the same formatting that was here, and we can write same here. So let's copy and paste, and we can get rid of this. So wherever workout duration is, and we can actually get rid of this image, so that we can put these KPIs. So now I will change its color and everything. So I have changed the font color to size to 30 and color to this. We can make it bold or not, and we can go to general tab, effects, and enable shadow simply. Similarly, I will apply it here. Let me resize it first. So in this case, KPIs will be different. It will not be like this. Here we were focusing on EDA. Here we are focusing more on these DAX questions. So gym is the activity with highest duration, and we can now place it like this. So we have the data here. So now how to find out name? So here we found number, max x return number for us. What if we have to find out name? So for name, as max x is a function, we can also use a function called top n. So let's find out. So this is max x and activity. The activity with highest average duration. Here again we are creating the summary table, same summary table that we created, and we are storing it in a variable called summary table. So let me zoom it for you and explain it. So here we are creating var summary table. Then in summary table we are using summarize fitness. This is the same thing. Now we are creating another variable called top activity. For top activity we are using top n function. In top n you have to select what value, like from that table which value you want to select. So we are selecting the first value, because when we will arrange it in a descending order as it is right now, you will select the first value. That's what top n is doing. And you are selecting average duration. You are basing this top n on average duration, descending order of average duration. So this will first sort our table in descending order of average duration and then select the top one and return max x top activity, and that top activity will be activity type name. Okay, this is something it is going to return. So max x can return both number or a string from a table. So from here we are returning it as top activity. So that's what you will get. I will provide these DAX codes to you so that you can try at your end as well. Now we have another question. What percentage of users sleep less than 6 hours but burn more than 2500 calories daily? So here you can see the question is giving us two conditions. First is sleep hours should be less than 6 hours, but calories burned should be more than 2500. If you have a table and you have these filters, so calories burned, you can select something like less than 6, less than 2500, right? You can apply that filter, that calories burned is less than 2500 or more than 2500 and sleep hours is less than 6. So how to create a DAX to find that? Let's see. So we have a simple DAX here. I will explain you. First let me check. Percentage of users with low. So here we are creating a variable. So you can see this simple thing. You can create these variables and then use them in different functions. So first we are creating variable total users, which is count rows fitness, which we also created here, like count of users in our first example. Then we also this is members count. Then we will use target users, like total users are this much, because in order to find the percentage you have to divide. So target users will be calculate function. Calculate function uses the same expression but uses different filters. In calculate expression we can use n number of filters. So here first filter is that in this table hours of sleep should be less than 6, and so here the logic is and fitness calorie burned is greater than 2500. This will give us target users. Now we will simply divide target users by total users, and to avoid divided by 0 error we write 0 here. So this is the formula. So if you will see, its divide functions formula, numerator comma denominator and alternate result. Save divide function, ability to handle divide by 0 case, and then we will multiply it by 100. So this will give us percentage. So now let's write this KPI, and let's see. So we will just select this one. So this is, now it is showing blank. Let's see why. So what I can see is here highest calorie burn is 1944. So the question in itself is not valid here. That's why we are getting zero error. So first thing that we have to do is, because see, number filter greater than 2500. So you can see no user is coming. Sorry for that noise. Here we have applied a filter that hours of sleep is less than 6. So that's why it is not coming. So let's change that number from 2500 to 1500 just to make sure. So just to make sure that at least some data is coming. So let's clear this filter. Let's clear this filter. And I am just going to change this to 1500. Then we will definitely get some number. So now we will change that, and now we can see 4 as an answer, 4% as an answer. The percentage of users with low sleep but high burn. Next question is sleep quality index, that is percentage of users sleeping more than 7 hours daily. So here also logic will be similar. So here you can see hours of sleep is given. You can see total number of users is 350 right now, and when we will apply a number filter, that is this value should be greater than 7. So when you will see, now you can see 142 filtered rows. So 142 divided by 350 into 100 will be our answer, so which we can find out. So here as we did, so count rows fitness, here hours of sleep we just have to change it. Okay, so here we will create a new measure, and that will be, let's copy the name, sleep quality index. So this will be sleep quality index. Total users will be this much. Target users will be where percentage hours of sleep is greater than 7. Here we are not applying the second filter. So we will just use one filter and one expression. So in calculate function you use one expression and one filter, and then you will divide it. So let's see, and then we will simply copy this measure once again, and here we are going to find out sleep quality index, that is 41 percentage. This simply means that out of total users, 41 percentage of users have sleep quality index, like they have sleeping hours more than 7 on an average. So if we go to sleep quality index, and let's try that, if we say that this particular measure here is a percentage, so you will see output like this, and to change it, because we have multiplied it by 100, so we will not use this. Let's try. So now you will get the answer 41%. Here also, because we have to find percentage, this way measure will automatically show percentage sign in these KPIs. So here it is showing 0, because now let's try to make it as a percentage. So here you can format as a percentage. So this is 4% and this is sleep quality index. Important thing to remember, whenever we create a measure like this, we can also use this measure in different visuals also. For example, we have a stacked column chart. So I will not re-style everything. So I will just copy this. Here we have a chart, and in this chart average calorie burned by age group is given. In our case KPIs have changed, so we will measure sleep quality index percentage by age group. So we will just replace this here. So you can see in case of age group 18 to 25, sleep quality index is 52%. In case of 36 to 50, it is 35%. That means these people are sleeping more than average. So that's what we can get from here. Next question is workout participation rate. That is percentage of users with workout duration greater than 0 minutes. So first let's verify if do we have those people who have workout duration equal to 0 minutes. So you can see it is now we can see we have some of these users. So let's say 0 minutes. People who have workout duration 0 minutes are 4. There are 4 such people. So obviously greater than this we have to find out. It will be a small percentage, but we still have to find it. And this can be again find with the help of this particular formula we have. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to copy this measure first of all. Let's copy this measure, create a new measure, and here we will this and we will use this, and now we'll copy the rate. So heading is workout participation rate. Total users will be same. In calculate function again, fitness workout. So we have to find out workout duration is equal to 0 or sorry greater than 0, and fitness calories burned is nothing. If more values are given, if more conditions are given, then you can write comma, then apply condition, then comma, then apply condition. So you can do that. Otherwise you can keep it like this. So this will give us workout participation rate. We are not multiplying it by 0. So we will select this and mark it as a percentage, and then we can copy this measure and we can just replace it. So this will be workout participation rate, that more than 99% of users are participating in workout, because number of users who are not participating is a very small number in our case. We can also find out something like what is workout participation rate by activity type. So for that I am going to copy this, and here we are going to create this. Actually, in previous example, if you saw, I used this color gradient thing. So in color I use conditional formatting, where I use format style as gradient, and the field which we should base this on was average calories burned. So I am going to use this here also here, but in this case I am going to base this on workout participation rate. So here you will go to colors, FX, instead of average calories burned we can select a workout participation rate. So now you can see, and here the numbers are also going to be different. Instead of average calories burned I will select workout participation rate, and you can see in cycling, gym and yoga it is 100%. That means all of these users are not are giving at least 0 to more hours, but for walking and running they are not doing workout like cycling, gym, yoga. So that's why they have 97% only. So this is how you can see workout participation rate by activity type. And here actually I just workout participation percentage I will just write, so that I can make the heading in one line. Let me check. And instead of activity type I will just rename it as activity. Now it's okay. So this is workout participation by activity, and this is a key performance indicator because it measures consistency of active lifestyle. Next question is average additional burn by activity type. Compare calorie differences across activities, that is running versus yoga. So when you have to compare calorie differences across different activities, that is running versus yoga. So we created average calorie burned by activity, which is given here, whether gymming, cycling, which of them is giving what, average value. So if we use this here just to compare, this is average calorie burn by activity type, and because we have already used tree map here, so let's simply change it to something else. Let's say if we change it like this, you can see. So for example, in gym average is 1001, and let's say in yoga it is 20.67%, which is 987. So like you have to compare the difference. Now to do that, I have simply created an explanation here. So let me show you. Compare calorie difference across activity type, that is this. So in our data set we already have calories burned, that is numerical, and workout duration, that is numerical. Here we don't have to just focus on this. We have to focus on calories burned and workout duration also, and activity type also, that is a categorical data. Now, so additional burn can be interpreted as calories burned per workout minute, that is efficiency for each activity, or efficiency of each activity, how efficient is each activity. So we will create a measure for average burn per workout minute. So this will be average of fitness calories burned divided by average of fitness workout duration. This will be average burn per workout minute. If any other expert is viewing this, you can, if there is any suggestion or improvement, please share with us and our students, so that we can all learn. But as per my knowledge, average burn per workout minute can be found by this, where we are finding out. So this will give us average burn per workout minute. So we also have activity with highest burn, so we will just replace it with average burn per workout minute. This is another KPI, which is 16 average burn per. That means if you will work out for 1 minute, you will burn 16 calories as per data. Now this tells you on an average how many calories are burned per minute, so which I said. Now step 2, we compare across activity types. So we can put activity type on axis. Example, bar or column chart can be used. So let's take this chart here. I will use a clustered bar here. Okay, in a clustered bar, what I am going to do is, as per my instructions, I will select activity type on x axis. So when we are choosing a horizontal bar, so we will select the categorical value will go on y axis. So activity type will go on y axis. So you can see walking, yoga, gymming, etc. And then on x axis, use average burn per workout minute as a value. So it will go on y axis. So this is average burn per workout minute. So you can see in yoga and cycling, the number is 60. Okay, and then walking 15, gymming 15, running 15. So this is how this average is given. This is average burn per workout minute by activity type. So this will give us bars for running, yoga, gym, etc. So you can visually compare calorie burn efficiency. Step 3 is an optional. You can calculate difference between running and yoga directly. So burn difference running versus yoga. So first we are creating running burn. What is running burn? So we are calculating. In calculate, you use your first expression where we are using divide function, where we are using this same thing here. Okay, so we are using average calories burned per workout duration, but we are filtering it for activity type running. Then we are calculating another difference. So basically we are finding out these numbers for yoga and other activity, that is gym or whatever it is. So in our case, between running and yoga, so here you can see running is 15, yoga is 16. Most of this data is taken from a small sample of 350 people, but if you will have more number of peoples, then obviously this number is going to differ. So that's why we are just learning how to do it in actual case. For yoga burn, it is going to be like this, and then you will simply return this value, which will come as 1. But let's see. So now we can create it directly also. Create a new measure and burn difference running versus yoga. So let's create this, and if let's say we are going to use this measure here, so we are going to use this card to show this value. So here that value is burn difference, which is coming as -1 here. -1 because we are first giving running, we are subtracting running minus yoga. If you will just do reverse of it, it will come as 1. So if you have to give one single answer, you can give it like this. If you have to give answer like this, like per activity type, you can use that. Let's reduce the size of this branding, and we can actually use it like this. I will make the heading smaller. And for such answers, we can also use a multi-row card. In a multi-row card, we can now increase size of call out value 1.29, and we can show data like this. So this is what it is showing. Let's move to another question. So the other question was given in, this was dashboard. Let me check. Yeah, I think we have covered these questions. Now some questions can be solved like which country shows healthier lifestyle patterns. So in order to show which country shows healthier lifestyle patterns, we can create a composite health score. So this health score will be created on the basis of what is average steps they are taking daily, what is average calories they are burning daily, what is their average workout duration daily, and average sleep. And now we will return average steps by 100 1000, like we are using some number like just to normalize everything, average calories, average workout by 30, and then average sleep by 20. So now this question has one limitation here, that if extended with location data. So suppose when you are collecting this data, we have another column here, that what is their country. So we can add that column. So now I am trying one thing, how to add country column sample. Option first is with the help of Power Query, which is recommended and reproducible and cleaner. We'll load our dataset in Power Query, go to add column, create custom column, and we can use this formula to assign 5 countries randomly. So let's say USA, India, UK, Germany and Australia are 5 countries for these 350 members. In countries, then we are using number.mod. So we are using random between 0 to this, but we are dividing it by 5. So basically this will generate a large number, but this 5 will make sure it is between 0 to 4, 0 being USA and 4 being Australia. Let's try. So for that, we click here, go to transform data, and we have the transform data settings here. Here we go to add column. So you can see we have conditional column, index column, duplicate column. We have different options, but we have to select custom column. When you will select custom column, it will ask you new column name. So let's say country, and then it will ask you for formula. So formula will be this. We are using let. This is how we write here. Let me just remove everything else. So here we have this. Now it is showing no syntax error. If we write, you can see token and error. So that's how we can see. So we are using let countries is equal to, and we are using a set of values. In countries, we are writing and selecting this value, and let's try to click OK. Let's see what error we have, because it is not giving us an integer value, it is giving us a decimal value. So let's go back, and we are not changing this. So I will modify it. Let's try once again. I am not going to redo it. Custom column, country. Now we are using 02999. Let's see. Now you can see it is correct. So now because it will return an integer value, random integer value of user ID, and based on that it will give the data. So now we have this user, it has randomly put data. We can now go to home, close and apply. And before we proceed further, we have launched recently our Power BI course tutorial for beginners, where you can see we have introduction, visualization, etc. These prices keeps getting changed. So I will provide this link to you. Here you will get everything at one place. There are 46 lectures, 6 sections, where you can learn in great detail. You can learn Power BI in great detail. Now coming back to our health score measure. So we have added country column, then health score, where we for normalization, this is something that we use for normalization because we are adding numbers that are of different units. So we are dividing something by 1000, something by 500 and so on. Question is, why those numbers in division? What is the logic? Steps are divided by 1000. If average daily steps are around 8000 to 10,000, dividing by 1000 scales it to 8 to 10. So we are keeping this around 8 to 10. Calories, if we divide it by 500, then if average calories burned are 2000 to 3000, in our case it is 1000 to 2000, then dividing it by 500 gives 4 to 6 number. Workout duration, if we divide it by 30, because average duration is 30 to 60 minutes, in our case highest is 120 but average will be around 60, and that's why we do exploratory analysis, where we see that average calories burn around 958, and you can see workout duration maximum is this, and we found average here. So everything that you see here, this is average workout duration. In total it is 61. It is quite close to what we have predicted, 30 to 60. So the idea is it should all come in the same unit, like their scale should be between 0 to 10 if everything is there. Like we are considering a scale between numbers 0 to 10 for all values, and that's why we are dividing sleep by 2, or you can also divide sleep by 1.5, because sleep already is in that number, so you can leave sleep as such as well. You can divide it by 1.2 also. So when we divide by these numbers, we come with a health score, and this health score can now be seen with different countries. So let's, obviously for countries we can select a field map. So in case of a field map, I'm just using it, maybe later I will reduce its width. So in location we will use country column, and here we are going to select this health score. This health score will go in tooltips. So now what happens is, here you can see country USA, India. For every country we can see the health score. We can copy formatting, apply here to apply the same logic. And now when you will go here in your fill colors, the color is this. We can go to FX, we can select gradient, and we can say if it is a lowest value, then we have to select that color. Obviously we have to use that colors code. Now we have selected that color code. So rules, gradients, if health score. So from here we will select what field should be based this on, will be health score. So if health score is lower, let's select this color. If health score is higher, let's select a very dark color of this. Okay, if we are not seeing too much of difference, let's select lighter color. We can add a middle color also. So if some country has a health score in middle range, so we can select OK. So this way you can see most of them are coming. USA, India are coming as yellow. UK is coming with a dark green color, higher value, and so does Australia. So this way you can create health score by country. If you don't want this middle color, I don't like it, or we can give some other, let's say blue color or something, so that we have something of the same theme. So this is how you can find out health score by country. And this was not the original question, but something that you can build as per the logic and to explain your data set to whoever is seeing that. And now we have sleep quality index, we have country. So we can also create another simple graph representing sleep quality index by country. So I'm just going to copy this so that I don't have to restyle it again. So we have solved these many questions. I hope this particular thing helped you, this particular part helped you with understanding use of functions like maxx, top n, then how to create something like health score when different variables of different units are given, how you can normalize them and find a single score. Try all of this at your end, and this type of project will help you in getting good knowledge of DAX, or at least getting started. So here we are going to change it as a funnel chart. We will select activity, and actually we have to select country. So we will just change this average burn to workout ratio by country, because this is a newly created column that we have. So here you can see we have data labels. It is saying that it should show in inside center, but I think because numbers were like the font size were bigger, that's why it was not appearing. Now we can see. So country wise, India has a higher average burn to workout ratio than USA, and it is least for UK. So you can now plan this, you can now analyze this data, and if you have other questions related to this data, you can ask them in comment section as well. If you want to learn these things from scratch, if you want to learn more advanced data analytics, you can contact us at slidescope.com. We'll be happy to help you in your journey as a data analyst. Otherwise, you can show support by just liking this video, subscribing to our channel. It will not cost you anything, but it will help us. And you can share this with your friends as well who are learning something similar with you. Thanks once again. Have a nice day.